Lewis Hamilton is hungry for more, and he's not letting anybody stand in his way. His desire to win is so intense that Toto Wolff himself had to step in and keep the 7-time world champion in check. He's in fight mode, and today, we get to see him at his most competitive as we go over how the Austrian Grand Prix went for the Silver Arrows. Stay tuned. George Russell has brushed off the idea that Lewis Hamilton is now content with the upgraded Mercedes W14, asserting that his teammate is still facing challenges despite recent improvements in his performance. Even though he started behind Russell in 4 out of the first 5 races in 2023, Hamilton has managed to outqualify his teammate in all 4 events following the introduction of a significant upgrade package by Mercedes in Monaco. While Hamilton secured back-to-back podium finishes in Spain and Canada, Russell faced disappointment after being eliminated in Q2 in Barcelona and encountering an early race crash in Montreal. Russell's challenges persisted during Friday's qualifying session at the Austrian Grand Prix, with him securing only the 11th position on the grid. In contrast, Hamilton's time was strong enough to secure a 5th-place starting position for Sunday's race. There have been suggestions that the internal rivalry within Mercedes is unfolding in a similar manner to the 2022 season, where Russell started off on a promising note, but eventually, Hamilton gained a slight yet significant performance edge as the car evolved throughout the campaign. In the aftermath of his 8th-place finish in Saturday's sprint race at the Red Bull Ring, Russell expressed his belief that Hamilton's recent improved results are overshadowing his ongoing challenges with the car. When asked if Hamilton is now more at ease with the revised version of the W14, Russell responded to Sky Sports F1, saying, "I don't think so. It's just one of those things. You sort of get a bit of a groove, a bit of a rhythm. Lewis is still struggling a lot with the car. I think it's just more that I've taken a bit of a step backwards. Got some ideas why that is, but it's fine details. It's been a tricky few races for me personally, not feeling super happy with the car, especially yesterday. Today was a much more positive day. It was obviously a bit of a shame we didn't get a chance to progress in the sprint shootout with the hydraulic problem that we had, but I'm looking forward to Silverstone already to start a full weekend. Fresh start, go again, and try and get some form back." Admitting his difficulties in qualifying trim, Russell acknowledged that he has faced challenges in reaching Q3 at 2 out of the last 3 races, but he emphasized that Mercedes is not the sole team grappling with such issues, pointing out that Ferrari also struggled to replicate their impressive Friday pace during Saturday's session in Austria. Thus, Russell implied that the struggle is not exclusive to his team and that other competitors, like Ferrari, have encountered similar challenges. He said, "It's especially in qualifying. It's just getting those tires in the right window. We see it with Haas and Williams week in, week out. They just manage to get switched on and get the tires in the right window. We obviously excel on a Sunday. But you see how challenging it is. Look at Ferrari today. They were half a tenth off pole yesterday, 8/10ths off pole today, and the only thing that's changed is the weather, so it shows the fine margins that all of us are working with. The tires are the only thing on the car that we don't make ourselves, and you're given a product, and you can't even take that product back home with you to analyze or do your own testing with. So it's a case of, here's what you got, and deal with it. If we could take that tire home and chop it up, then the brilliant engineers would then probably be able to understand it more. But obviously Pirelli believed that's their secret recipe and want to keep hold of it. It makes it interesting, but it's equally frustrating for everyone." Despite finding himself in an unfavorable grid position, Russell remains determined, still aiming for a strong result in the Austrian Grand Prix. He is not letting his starting position dampen his expectations for the race. Russell said, "Excited for the race. I hope the rain stays away. I want a clean race. Top 5, I think. We can aim for and go from there." On Sunday, Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff had some words for Lewis Hamilton, urging him to cut down on the complaints. In the race, Hamilton joined the company of 5 other drivers who were slapped with a 5-second penalty for crossing the white track lines, particularly at turn 10, which seemed to be a popular spot for such infractions. Unfortunately for Hamilton, his penalty was subsequently bumped up to 10 seconds, causing him to slip from 7th place to 8th in the final race standings. Lando Norris wasn't shy about expressing his frustrations with Hamilton's aggressive tactics during the initial laps of the race. Finally, during a heated battle for 4th place, Norris got his wish. But even after facing the penalty, Hamilton continued to call out other drivers, specifically Sergio Perez from the Red Bull team, for similar maneuvers on the track. He said, "Perez is going off at turn 10. If they're noting everyone, they might as well know. Perez off again. Has he got a penalty yet? This guy's going off every single time." Following the instruction to keep his car on the track, Hamilton didn't hesitate to respond. He replied, "I can't keep it on the track. The car won't turn." Clearly reaching his limit, Wolff made a rare appearance on the team radio during the race and conveyed the following message. "Lewis, the car is bad, we know. Please drive it." After the race, Lewis said, "Well done guys today. Great job with the pit stops. Sorry I couldn't get any higher, but the car was really hard to drive today." Hamilton found himself among a group of 8 drivers who faced post-race penalties, as declared by the FIA 5 hours after the checkered flag. As a result, Russell secured Hamilton's former 7th spot in the official classification. Lewis Hamilton has been consistently requesting fundamental changes to the design of the Mercedes car for more than a year. The Mercedes team is currently facing difficulties in adapting to the new era of ground effect aerodynamics, which was introduced to Formula One for the 2022 season. The team is still grappling with understanding and mastering these changes, highlighting the ongoing challenges they face in this aspect of the sport. The start of the 2023 Formula One season has demanded a similar recovery effort from Mercedes, reminiscent of the challenges they faced in the previous season. The upcoming British Grand Prix is poised to bring the next phase of development for the W14, following the race in Austria. According to Hamilton, over the coming months, we can anticipate Mercedes to continue making significant progress. When asked by reporters if Mercedes is now heading in the right direction, Hamilton responded, "Yeah, finally. We brought a lot of upgrades last year, and we did make some progress. But we found with this generation of car, adding performance was not easy. When you added performance in the wind tunnel, it looked like it was real performance. But then you put them on the car, and the car would bounce more. And so finally, this year, we're starting to make changes to the car that actually do improve the car, and don't add more bouncing. We've taken a step in the right direction, but I don't think we've completely got to where we are going in terms of that direction. I think we're still turning, but we've got progress. Real progress that's coming over the next months, which is really exciting to see. So yeah, I can't wait. And just in terms of being in the car, I'm starting to feel more confident in it, so finally feeling more like a race car." What do you think? Should Max Verstappen start looking over his shoulder now that Lewis Hamilton is out for blood? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell for the hottest F1 news.